Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And with the tip-off on the way, let's go to Kevin Harlan and the crew. They're courtside at Target Center.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Michael Jordan.
And you know, he is an extremely skilled player attacking off the dribble, too. I mean, he's got a great pull-up jumper as well, Steve.
The Timberwolves again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
And right now, they're in the middle of what could be the most demanding part of their schedule all season. I mean, this is the third game they'll have played in 4 days. You've got to get some sore muscles and tired, weary legs when you're in a stretch like that. But not only the physical fatigue, there's the mental and emotional fatigue, too.
Yeah, certainly an additional challenge, no doubt. But considering their punishing schedule, it will take a toll. Now, they're not going to make any excuses, but we'll just have to see how they respond.
Lakers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, they've taken a huge step forward at the free throw line this season, especially when you compare it to last season. They're a completely different team in that area.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a count.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Ball's knocked loose. Mr. Incredible the pass. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
LeBron outside. Here's Shaq. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Shaq's got 5 now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Lakers?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Shaq after the basket by Minnesota. Kobe dishes to O'Neal. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And another thing he's known for all over the league is what an angry shot blocker he is. He does it with an attitude when he knocks it out of the air and sends it behind the shooter.
That's good from O'Neal. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a win against Cleveland.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. Shaq.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Minnesota with the ball. A 12-point game. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Yeah, they'd settle for 500 against most teams. Both squads win challenge, perhaps a way to put it. But one of them has got to win tonight.
And so it's the Lakers with it. After the basket by Minnesota. O'Neal.
Yeah, keep shooting that.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Shaq's got 10 points.
I see you. I see you.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And Teague, here we go. Poked away and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Andre Kirilenko is checked in for Kobe. Carter comes in for LeBron. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Mr. Incredible. Knocked away. Butler with the ball. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Here's Wade. Throws down the breakaway jam.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Teague. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we conclude the first quarter.
Next Monday night.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. They've got Dwayne Wade. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Carter. And it's Iverson in at point guard. Here's Teague. Butler sets a screen for Teague. Here's Wiggins. Nails it from the high post. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Crawford's checked in. That's good from O'Neal. Now here's Crawford. Outside Butler. Back to Crawford. And they're moving it up. Shaq passes to
Nasty. Oh, nasty. And also, there aren't many players better at anticipating an opponent's next move, waiting for his moment, and then jumping in the way of a pass to come up with the steal. He's got that mastered.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
You know, he just like every other coach can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Butler. Now here's Wiggins. The 19-foot shot. And the shot falls short this time.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The Timberwolves really have a tough one to go here. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
And Teague, here we go. And Gibson kicks to Teague. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. It's Vince Carter on the wing, covered by Wiggins. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. You look at the Lakers. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Minnesota. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Lakers, of all the storylines this young season, their success may be the most surprising. This was not a team that was expected to make this much of a splash.
Hey, I wish I could say I saw it coming, but the truth is there was no way to see it coming. Nothing about this team indicated they'd be where they are now.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Adrian Payne comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Cole Aldrich. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, the drive to the bucket was great, but the finger roll was even better.
Kirilenko kicks to Wade. It's tipped. Now Wiggins. Wiggins right side. There's the dish to Jang. And Shaq pulls it down. And here is Iverson. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Wade. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Wade's got 5 points in the quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Lakers lead by 19. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Shaq. He's got 13 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
They've got Gorgie Dang. Cole Aldrich is out there with Rush, and it's Gibson in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. That's it.
Teague with the ball. And there's the 3-second violation. And a moment now to check out who Minnesota has coming up. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Fires from deep. And it's LeBron James with the 3. LeBron's got his first 3 points of the game.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Come get it!
Now here's Teague. Defense is right there. Tipped away. Butler dishes to Teague. 5 on the clock. Wiggins, guarded by Kobe, and he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 9. 1:39 left here in the third quarter. Kobe, that's for 2, and the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Now here's Teague. He's guarded closely. And it's Wiggins missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he throws. What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Now here's Teague. T right on him. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Trying to find Shaq. He's got it. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
And the dunk by Kobe.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Jordan kicks to LeBron. Butler with the block. They get it back. Here's Shaq. And here is Teague. On the wing, Wiggins. Off his leg. And the ref saying he kicked it. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Kobe. Carter comes in for LeBron. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Mr. Incredible. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. And that one's good.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Crawford against Kirilenko. This one for three. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Really tough for this group right now. Trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Monday.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
And here's the Lakers. So for the Lakers right now, Anthony out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Michael Jordan. Then there's Kobe. And it's Fresh in at the small forward position. Minnesota shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Tough break. They've got to take care of the ball if they're going to make a comeback.
Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watch it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Shot clock at 5. It's Bjelica. Gasol with the steal. To the middle. It's deflected. Crawford outside. There's a good screen. Pass to Jones. And a miss there on the triple.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Crawford against Jordan. Crawford passes to Patton. Puts up the baby hook. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And here comes McCollum. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
He had to battle for that lay-in. Excellent, tough defense, but he found a way to get it down anyway.
Jordan dishes to Gasol. It's stolen by Jones. Jordan against Crawford. And stolen by Jordan. All alone. Now this how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
To Patton. And he's good on the three ball.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Poke loose. Kobe with the steal. And he slams it one-handed.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
.12 seconds left in the game. Crawford outside. On the wing, Jones. Offline with his three.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Denver Nuggets. And we send you out now to Denver for the opening tip. Kevin Harlan standing by.
Just earlier, the fans on their feet as the national anthem rang out throughout the arena. It's game time in Denver as the crowd is filing in the Pepsi Center, looking to cheer on the Nuggets. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. A factor in every game, Shaquille O'Neal will be on display.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
This game marks the end of a road trip for the Lakers. They're looking to snag one here before heading home. They've probably been looking forward to this part of the schedule for a long time. A lot of upcoming home games are slated for them here.
I mean, you know what? They're already playing extremely well, playing great basketball, as a matter of fact. And it's simply a matter of them continuing to do that and not playing down to their opponents. And I think they'll do well.
Yeah, they should come out of this part of their schedule smelling like a rose. I'd be really surprised if they didn't.
And the basket by Harris.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And here's Kobe from the arc. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Kobe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Mike Malone had a few moments to share with me. Of course, the conversation geared to the challenge of defending LeBron James. And he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him. And if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
Thank you, Doris. And he gets it to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Out to Harris. Takes the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he was able to convert on the finger roll.
Lakers shooting their first foul shot of the game. There's 1:17 left in the first. Poked away. One-on-one here.
And his body control is something else I like about him. I'm not sure how he does it, but the way he's able to hang in the air and change his shot to get it around the defender is purely amazing.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Kobe. Carter comes in for LeBron. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Michael Jordan. 1:07 left here in the opening quarter. Tries to save it. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Iverson's checked in. The Lakers on D. 8-point game to end the run. And the shot is good. Moutier's got his first basket. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Rockets.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Lakers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That one is no good. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's Harris off the drive. Jokic passes to Chandler. Here's Jokic, guarded by Kirilenko. Poked loose, stolen by O'Neal. Here's Iverson, rips down the breakaway slam.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
Harris outside. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Domination in the first quarter. It's been
coming up.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
The Nuggets trailed by 11. They've got Kenneth Faried huddling out there with Will Barton, and there's Collison, and it's Harris in at the 2 guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now here's Hoodier. And Wilson it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the doctor ordered us some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Lakers leading by 9. Wade dishes to Iverson. Backs down. Carter kicks to Wade. Lakers working the ball around now. The shot's good from Shaq.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And he gets it to go. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Back to Wade. He feeds it to O'Neal. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Lakers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season. From the free throw line.
And guys, they've taken a huge step forward at the free throw line this season, especially when you compare it to last season. They're a completely different team in that area.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. Stolen by Carter. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Iverson, here's Kirilenko. Good, and it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Kirilenko's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
That's good. Shaq's got 6 in the quarter.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
They get a hand on it. Wade kicks to Shaq. Wade with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at the Lakers. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And, of course, Denver. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And when I look at Denver, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
Yeah, it's been ugly. I mean, we knew things were going to have to fall in the perfect place for them to contend, but nothing did.
Chandler, Wade is covering, and the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .44 seconds left to play in the first half. And Carter backs in. Shaq lets it go. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. Shaq's got 8 here in the quarter.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Now here is Carter after Darren Collison's miss. And the basket good.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, big blunder there, and that could really cost them.
Yeah, and the timing of it was bad, too. I mean, they're trying to cut down and cut into the lead. Just a tough, bad break there.
Here's Shaq. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Shaq's got 10.
scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just...
Wow. Free points at the buzzer.
Definitely an answer to prayer there.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Lakers on top. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far, just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Kobe. Mr. Incredible is out there with Michael Jordan. And it's LeBron James. And it's Shaq in at the center position.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. A finger roll finish at the bucket. Moutier's got 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
There's 1:54 left in the third. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Nuggets. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Some changes for the Lakers. Vince Carter, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Michael Jordan. Lakers leading by 22. Here's Mr. Incredible. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
And he's good on the first of 3. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. The Nuggets really having a tough go here. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think, Greg, they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
Into Shaq. Chandler with the steal. 3-on-3. Left side Chandler. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Into Shaq. Shoots. And it's blocked. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Kobe. And the shot no good. A bit short.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Moutier passes to Chandler. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And the pass to Mr. Incredible. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
To the paint. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers making a change here. Good on both. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Moutier. And that's not going to go. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
Tune in.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
They've got C.J. Miles, and it's Barton in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. They get it back. Here's Gasol. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Gasol's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Knocked loose. Into Jordan. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Kobe's checked in for Mr. Incredible. The Nuggets shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Got a piece of it. Tries to keep it alive. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Fresh. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Dishes to Barton. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Murray. Easily outside. Miles. Good.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Jordan kicks to Kobe. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He dishes it to Gasol. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't also mention his supreme shot blocking. And he doesn't do it softly. He comes up with emphatic denials.
That free throw good from Gasol.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Yeah, might as well tack on a few more points to the lead, I guess. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
That's the right word for it, Greg. Dominant. This one was as one-sided as we've seen in a while.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. .122 left in the game. Here's Barton. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Tipped away. And Plumlee kicks to Murray. And he banks in the layup.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And that one's good by Kobe.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
Beasley kicks to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony drives in. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
5 seconds left in the fourth. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Here's Fareed. Off target. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now it's time for the Jordan Player of the Game, Mr. Incredible.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Good to have you with us. I'm Ernie Johnson. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now we'll send you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew in Los Angeles.
And the Lakers going through their pregame routines. Everyone is in their seats here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Lakers look to grab a win on the home floor. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Byron Scott in this one?
And Steve, just like you, when you shot, you had a favorite spot on the floor when you played. His favorite spot seems to be that three from the corner.
Yeah. Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
The three from LeBron. That is good. LeBron got his first 3 points of the game.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
A finish.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Here's Irving. Got a piece of it. Kicks to Scott. Outside Jefferson. That one a little long. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Hornets.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. We're about 1 minute into the first. And here's Cleveland. 6-point game. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. Definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Shaq kicks to LeBron, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
Well, Greg, they certainly haven't done anything wrong so far, stretching the lead into double digits already.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Now it's sending down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
When talking about who they'll be most concerned with on the other side, he laughed a little and asked, "You mean other than Kobe?" He said that it's an almost futile effort to try and slow Kobe because he can score in so many different ways, saying, really, all we can try and do is prevent him from getting into a rhythm and try to force him into tough shots. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris.
He's got the firepower, feeling the rhythm here, going 5 for 5 so far.
He's got it flowing right now.
Tipped away and stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and Kobe throws it down.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Lakers on D. Irving drives in. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running, and he gets it to go.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now, here's Scott. Back to Love. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. Pull up Jay, and there's Michael Jordan, the assist by LeBron. Jordan's got his first basket of the night.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kobe's running.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Irving passes to Scott. Feeds it to Love. A finger roll finish at the bucket. Love's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, terrific work finishing a soft move like that. The finger roll.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard.
Next month.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Cleveland, Kevin Love out there with Byron Scott. Then there's Darren Williams. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Love in a power forward position. Irving, Iverson covering. Stolen by O'Neal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Wade with the ball.
Steve, something else that jumps out at me about him is how often he thwarts penetration with his active hands. I mean, he gets a lot of his steals as players try to make their way to the basket.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Kevin Love. The Lakers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That's good from Vince Carter. The Cavaliers trail by 21. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at Miami, they've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 4.5 games behind.
Well, I think for Cleveland, at times they played some of the best basketball in the league, but they haven't been able to sustain it over the course of the entire season. And that's the only reason they're not in first place.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, consistency has been the issue. It's been missing. But it wouldn't be surprising if they put it all together at the right time.
Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Thompson. Poke loose. Jefferson defended by Carter. Love kicks to Scott. That's in there. Love with the assist. Scott's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Back to Kirilenko. Dishes it to O'Neal. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team. Yeah,
you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Thompson against Shaquille O'Neal. Rose goes in. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Now look at the Cavaliers' upcoming schedule. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. LeBron shot is off.
Would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Now here's Kobe after Shaquille O'Neal's miss. 19 points for LeBron.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Stolen away. Now the Lakers on the break. Carter kicks to LeBron. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
A pull-up. Rose with the block. They need this. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Los Angeles. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shots.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
They've got Mr. Incredible. Kobe is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. It's Michael Jordan, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And his body control is something else I like about him. I'm not sure how he does it, but the way he's able to hang in the air and change his shot to get it around the defender is purely amazing.
Kobe with the steal. Passes it to O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And stolen by Jordan. Now the Lakers on the break. Kobe's running.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
It's tipped. Now the Lakers on the break. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Jordan.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. He passes to O'Neal. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 4 assists in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Love. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. The Lakers have gotten every shot that drops since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Outside Irving. Jefferson dishes to Thompson. Stolen by O'Neal. Oh, and here we go. Kobe's got it with a fast-break chance. They recover. Here's LeBron. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that. Well, they've just feasted on all of these turnovers here, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. The easy buckets the other way, converting on those miscues.
Now, here is Irving. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Another steal. Here's Mr.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Deron Williams.
And gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
Oof, he is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Knocks it loose and stolen by LeBron. For the finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Here's Irving to stop the drought. No good.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable.
Coming up next.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, well, also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Tristan Thompson is out there with James Jones. Then there's Channing Frye. Then there's Kyle Korver. And it's Korver in at the 2 guard. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here's Kobe from the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Calderon with it. Now Anthony defending. Gasol with the steal. He kicks to Kobe. Now the dish to Carmelo. The feet to Gasol. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Kobe. Again, the miss by Kobe. And here's Cleveland. Thompson, a screen on Jordan. Smith kicks to Green. And that one's drained from the low block. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Smith. Knocked away. Here's Anthony. He has space. Hit from the high post.
Yeah, might as well tack on a few more points to the lead, I guess. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
That's the right word for it, Greg. Dominant. This one was as one-sided as we've seen in a while.
Smith, the pass to Korver. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. Count that one.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And here's Kobe from the arc. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 16 points for Kobe Bryant.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside Jordan. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Kobe with the steal. Fresh, the pass to Kobe. Gasol. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Free throw good, Jordan. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shumpert dishes to Calderon. Poked away. Kobe with the steal. Pass to Fresh. Back to Kobe. The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Calderon.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Osman. Guarded by Jordan. Osman. Drilled from 11 feet out.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. And too bad, I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. It's such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now, let's check out the Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.